Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, apologies for not being able to do YouTube live yesterday. There was some technical glitch. It's unfortunate, but when this work from home, everyone's working from home. Sometimes these things happen. So I could not join you yesterday, even though I was fully ready. So okay, so what do we have here? Now, what do we have here? First of all, look, the market's been giving some indications of overbought nature, and the issues that we had discussed about uh, India VIX, etc. But I didn't expect the market to fall like this. I thought the market will go up today. That was my basic thought process yesterday. But then you know what? Yesterday we didn't know that the Dow will collapse and the Nasdaq will collapse in the last hour. If you heard me in the morning, my view was that you have to take on board this last hour collapse, which happened in the Nasdaq. That's the market leading, world leading market index, and the way it fell, and I give a lot of importance to the last hour, because last hour trader is the most savvy trader. Why? Because he or she keeps the position open. The last hour trader takes home the position, right? So especially if the market closes at the lows or the highs, it requires guts to take that position home. So that's why I thought that was quite interesting. Now what we have here is that the Dow is actually not falling. It's up. Nasdaq is down 53 points. So that's the market leading group again. Also, tomorrow we have the Reliance AGM. So I think there would be some bit of positivity ahead of that. So that's why you will see some bit of action over there as well. So that's the point. Now, how do you approach market uh, tomorrow? I think, look, it's very tough to take that call right now. And with the kind of volatility that we have in the US market, let's not take that call previous day. Because look, yesterday when we were doing YouTube live, you remember what the Dow was and what the SGX Nifty was? I think the SGX Nifty was up some 100 points yesterday when we were talking. And this morning we started with 100-point gap down. So it's that kind of a market. Again, brings me to the point that we should have our Indian Nifty be available to trading for people who can. And why should people in Singapore get the advantage of this volatility in the US and take advantage while our people cannot? So index should be available for trading in most developed countries. Index is available to trade practically throughout the day. Index should be available to trade. Anyway, what we have is very interesting. Yesterday in today's trade is that FIs have sold a large amount in the cash market, and they have sold an aggressive amount in the index futures. They've added shorts. It's not long unwinding. They've added 20,000 naked shorts in index futures. I think a lot of that could be on the bank nifty. They've shorted call options. They've bought put options. They've bought some calls as well, by the way. But the data is very negative. I know when data is this negative, normally you see short covering. So, look, everything boils down to whether yesterday was the start of some kind of a sharper correction in the US market. If that is the case, then our market will also follow suit. But if that is not the case, then perhaps we could have some recovery. I think this market still has one more test of the 200-day moving average left in it. That is my basic premise. That it's not just that the market just went to 200-day moving average, collapse from there, and that's it. I think that is perhaps too simplistic a call to take at this point in time, is all I would say. I think that's it for now in terms of the market positioning, because as I said, I do not want to take any call till we see the US market. Now, let me take some questions, and then, of course, we'll wrap it up for the day. Now, uh, how to identify net shorts in the Nifty? Well, Sudhakar, there are a lot of things to focus on. You can look at the Nifty futures discount. FI data is visible by the end of the day. So there you can see whether shorts have been added or longs have been added. That is obviously visible. I do not have a view on Aarti Industries. Why did Bajaj Finance rally at last? I don't know. I think there's some buzz about perhaps some kind of a relief for banks, NBFCs, etc., in terms of loan restructuring. But that can at best be described as a market buzz. I don't think that's why Bajaj Finance would have rallied. IndusInd and Axis all of a sudden have become very weak. So let's see. 20 DMA halt tomorrow in sharp up move. So Sopkant is asking, it's possible, entirely possible. 20 DM is 10,450, by the way. So I think I don't know. I mean, do we have to fall 150 points? Godrej Consumer, I think Godrej Consumer is one of those companies which came out with good numbers, and I think it will be rewarded. I still maintain my view that you will soon see all-time high on Godrej Consumer. It's a company where business is going its way. Uh, with all the COVID and all these problems, hand sanitizers and so many, things, and mosquito repellents. The kind of products Godrej makes. I think it has a big market, and it's a stock where valuations are in its favor. So I think that should do well. Is my sense. I could be wrong, of course. Uh, आज तो लग गए आज आज पैसे लगे होंगे लोगों के I can imagine. It happens. Look, guys, it happens. In trading, you can't win every day. So in poker and trading, you can't win every day. You try your best, but sometimes the cards do not support you or the market doesn't support you. Bharti Airtel, I think Bharti Airtel, perhaps the issue with Bharti Airtel is that today's rally was because there was expectation that there would be some kind of a stake announcement. That didn't happen. So I think based on just this news and with the stock being so close to 610, I think the trading rally may have happened and tomorrow the stock may actually fall. Bharti Airtel. I think the big rally I still maintain would happen once you start to cross 610. That is when I think a big rally would happen. Reliance AGM, well, you can watch it tomorrow at 2. Google News, I won't be able to comment on that anyway because, uh, you know, this is the company that owns my channel, so not fair. Any chances of 9300? Oh God. 9300 right now, I think is tough to call. For that to happen, the market first has to break 10,300 thereabout, and then we will see. What happened to Madison Sumi? Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised myself because I thought there was a bottoming out process which was on in Madison, but clearly that's not the case. So let us see if it can hold 90, and then we will see from here on. HDFC Bank, I think HDFC Bank, it's run up a lot in the last few days. So there's some profit taking. There was this news on Bloomberg about that vehicle finance division. So perhaps that impacted, or it could just be ETF selling out and just using as an excuse. And if you sell out, you will sell HDFC Bank and HDFC. That's where the liquidity is. So that perhaps explains what happened with HDFC Bank. Has the bubble burst? I don't know. For starters, I don't know if this is a bubble, but it's burst or not. I think we'll find out. Pawan, I haven't lost weight at all. I in fact want to lose weight. I've gained a lot of weight. That is my big problem. I need to lose weight. I will try to do it, but Tata Consumer, well, what a stock it has been. It's come on our top 10 list so many times. Just one of those remarkable stocks. Keeps moving up and up and up. IGL and MGL, I think IGL and MGL, yeah, it perhaps overbought and now are correcting. I had mentioned 24,000 on the bank nifty. Yes, subject to 22,200 to 22,300 holding out. So, guys, all of this, my basic premise was that if 22,200 to 22,300 held out, then the bank nifty will recover, and in that case, go to 24,000. Obviously, it didn't respect that, so there's still a chance of 24,000, but today's bar was very big and very negative bar, so you have to respect that. Look, everything has to be done with stop losses in mind. So when 24,000 was spoken about, that was spoken about provided 22,200 to 22,300 was holding. That didn't hold. Obviously, the view gets negated. Uh, so let's see. When are you going to office? I hope not in the near future, at least not up until the monsoon. I am enjoying this setup, and I don't want to take a risk. I don't. My immunity level is not as high as some others, so I don't want to go. RBL Bank. Look, RBL Bank had a tremendous trading rally. That's what these stocks will give you, trading rallies. They fall in the same category as some of the PSU banks. They give you a lot of trading rallies, but the inherent problem of asset quality is still intact. So obviously, that's going to be the problem. Okay, thank you so much. See you with the market tomorrow, and YouTube live back at 9 p.m. And of course on Sunday, as usual, we'll do a slightly longer session.